I somehow think Rachel Zegler won't be facing the same kind of firestorm that Gina Carano did. Check this out. Rachel Zegler hopes Trump supporters never know peace and tells her followers to get off X because Elon supported Trump, and then ends the whole thing with F Donald Trump. This is Disney's Snow White. BTW, she probably won't face any consequences, like I said, for posting this because Disney just doesn't see a problem with leftists doing crazy things, you know? And this is the trouble we have. Gina Carano posts a very reasonable post considering what was happening at the time, right? With all the social pressure surrounding certain medications. Yep. That was a very reasonable thing to post as a private citizen at that, under no like restriction whatsoever, right? Because if you're signing contracts that say that you can't like acknowledge what's happening outside your window, it's not a contract you want to sign. And I would think Gina would be aware of that considering her history in the showbiz industry, if you will. But let's find out what Rachel Zegler had from the horse's mouth itself. And so from her Instagram, it says, I find myself speechless in the midst of this. Another 4 years of hatred, leaning us toward a world I do not want to live in. Leaning us towards a world that will be hard to raise my daughter in. Leaning us towards a world that will force her to have a baby she doesn't want. Leaning us towards a world that is fearful. I shouldn't be this shocked, but I am. I am heartbroken for my friends who woke to fear this morning. And I am here with you to cry, to yell, to hug through the internet, to wax poetically about the left, how the left continues to fail us in forging a new path forward. This loss should not have been. Should not have been. Should not have been. It certainly should not have been by so many votes. I echo Ethel Kane's statement more than anything. May Trump supporters and Trump voters and Trump himself never know peace. Well, she goes on, that's not enough, as usual. So she says this, she says, there is also a deep, deep sickness in this country that is shown in the sheer amount of people who showed up for this man who threatens our democracy. It is terrifying the number of people who stand behind what this man preaches. It is a foolish subscription to a false sense of security, of masculinity, of intelligence, of patriotism, and of humanity. There is no help, no counsel in any of them. I could go on. I won't. I feel sad. Feel sad. You probably do too. F this. And yet, there's still more to come. You'll notice the timestamps on these, right? Like 7 hours ago, and she woke up from a nap, and she's like, oh no, it wasn't a nightmare! And then, here we go. Then she has to do this, like a half an hour. Now here we go with another post. Bang, here's another one. So this is 3 hours ago, right? So this is right on the heels of this other one. Again, went to have lunch with somebody. They discussed this. They got themselves all gassed up. And here goes Rachel Zegler again. She says, get off Elon's app, BTW. The F are you doing? They're eating you up on Twitter. I don't use that app for a reason. He helped get that man elected, and you're giving him business. I was talking about finding catharsis in art. I don't care if you're gonna pick a fight with me. It's been done before. Find something real to be mad at today. There's plenty to go around. Nah, I'm good. Like, this doesn't even make me mad. This is entirely predictable, right? Like, this feels a little late, you know? Feels a little late. Like, here it is on the 13th, and this is finally, like, leaking out, right? Like, I don't know. It feels like that should have happened, like, a week ago. Anyway, here we are with the final. Here we go. The end route of all of it. Here it is. It says, okay, that's all. I'm going on stage for Act 2 now and need to get off my soapbox before I get too heated. You know, wishing, you know, no peace on everybody everywhere. That's not heated at all. Sending love to everyone who needs it today. May we all carry each other through the worst, and hold these politicians accountable. Your damn govs just got very important. They already were, but hey, Follow your governors. Hold them accountable. Local government is where we will make real change. This is not the end, ever. I will love through these 4 years as best I can. F Donald Trump. I don't even think he knows who she is, right? I don't. If you told him there's a new Snow White movie coming out, he'd probably ask you why. Not who's in it. He's probably going to be like, why? Who wanted that? I don't know. I don't know anybody who did. I don't know what was the problem with the original. We can upscale everything else. What's this? What's the problem with this thing? Why can't we do it with this? Right? Just run that through the old 4K upscaler. You see it over here on YouTube all the time. Quite obviously, it's not that expensive to do. They upscale all that ye olde black and white footage all the time. You can watch old anime that hasn't been on since the 4Kids days, the Fox Kids days even, You can check that out, all 4K upscaled, yeah. Commercials from when the Y2K era, upscaled 90s cartoons, and like those whole recordings of a 24-hour television channel cycle, those have all been upscaled to 4K. Why couldn't we just do that with Snow White? What's the problem? Oh, yeah, because it's a white girl. Oops. Can't do that. Yeah, we had to do the fairest of them all. And you see what the fairest of them all is capable of right here. Yeah. Weird. Right? Weird. We should just do that to her in public, right? Whenever you see Rachel Zegler, just go, weird, at her and walk off. Don't say a damn thing. Don't explain it. Don't tell her why you did that. Just go. Just keep walking. It'll be hilarious. By the 8th person, she'll think it's some kind of cult thing, okay? But it's one of those things you're going to continue to see over the next 4 years. We saw it the first time. These people go absolutely insane, bat guano crazy, okay? Because somebody tells them, take responsibility for your own life. Take responsibility. Be the main character in your own life instead of the main character that someone else is writing, okay? This is the thing that bothers me with a lot of these Hollywood types out there that root and roar for this kind of government control that Rachel Zegler is in favor of, is that it's not democracy. It's not even fascism. It's quite literally a parent state in the most one-to-one sense, as in the president is your dad or mom, depending on who's in the office. And that's what it is. The president and first lady are your parents. Even as an adult, that's how Rachel Zegler views the government. She doesn't want Donald Trump to be her dad. Think about that. That's what you're looking at. Rachel Zegler does not want Donald Trump to be her dad because he's going to come in, he's going to tell her to clean up her room and to stop acting like an idiot and to take responsibility for her life. And she doesn't want to do that. Millions of other people around this country have this visceral reaction to Trump because they view the government as their one-to-one parent. Not because a check came in the mail to take care of them, not because the school told them that, not because everything on the media that they absorbed told them not to trust their parents, but because they made that choice. You and I didn't, but they did. They made that choice to believe that the government is their parent no matter who's in the office. And because of that, they don't want Donald Trump to put them over his knee and paddle their backsides for being spoiled children. They don't want that. They want to keep playing their games and never have to be accountable for all of it. They want to continue to browbeat anybody they run across without experiencing any kickback at all because they're on the right side of history. Remember? We're on the wrong side. The side with rockets and space mining and cures for cancer. That side. Not the side that says, hey, kid, you should chop your genitals off because it would be real cool if you did that. Don't you see all the rock stars doing it? Don't you see all the people on TV doing it? Yeah. Somehow that's the right side of history? I don't think so. I'm on the side with the rockets and cure for cancer. I don't know about you. But let me know down in the comments below how you feel about this. I already know how the audience is going to come off on this, but maybe you guys have a different take on it. I personally think it's because Rachel Zegler doesn't want Trump to tell her to clean her room. She just doesn't want to deal with that. She thinks the government's her parent, and she doesn't want Trump to be her daddy. Oh, that came out weird.